I remember one night I came home from work thinking to myself that I had to choose between eating dinner or having enough money for my car payment that was coming out of my account the next day. And that is a decision that too many people have to make. Thankfully, I had a can of baked beans in my cabinet that I forgot about, which I've never eaten as a main course, but I did that night. As I stared at the beans heating on the stove, I had time to think of why I was in that situation. I realized I had to change it. Everyone has this aha moment. This was one of the best and worst dinners I have ever had. So many people live their lives on autopilot until they find themselves making a tough choice like I did. Like, are we going to eat? Are we going to pay my cell phone bill? That's probably not a tough choice. But are we going to buy you clothes for the first day of school? Or do we have to use that money to pay rent? Might be the tougher choice. Some people assume their finances can't improve, and that they're supposed to be living like this because everyone else does. You're often your own worst enemy when it comes to your finances. You have to look in the mirror. Living like this is easy. Paycheck to paycheck, it's easy. And that's why the average person lives like it. You've probably gotten to where you are now because of inattentiveness or by following the crowd. And this is where Dave Ramsey introduces the phrase that you must live like no one else right now so you can live like no one else later. The next concept in the book is denial. Maybe you drive a nice car, maybe you have a nice house, own a big TV, or for whatever reason, you can't possibly be lumped into the category of being financially irresponsible. The realization may not come until you get close to retirement. This is the worst situation to be in. Then it might be too late. Get out of denial. If you blow off that aha moment I talked about earlier of picking between dinner and your cell phone, if you consider it a weird anomaly, you're headed for danger. You're in denial. Imagine driving down the highway and seeing a warning sign saying, "Bridge collapse ahead." Would you ignore that? Would you just keep going? If you didn't ignore it, you'd have plenty of opportunity to stop the car, turn around, find another way to where you want to go, and avoid the danger of driving towards your doom. If you ignore the warning, you'll soon find yourself face to face with a collapsed bridge. Imagine going 65 miles an hour towards a collapsed bridge. Are you going to have enough time to stop the car? Are you going to have enough time to turn around? While you're falling, you'll probably be cursing yourself for ignoring the warning signs. Don't be that person. You don't want to wait until you're about to retire before realizing you haven't saved enough to maintain your lifestyle.